Let's get it. You already know what's going on. Whenever you hear that MVP chant, you already know what's the deal. It's the most valuable podcast in the world. The Hitmen podcast. Chris checking in. MG checking in. What's the word, big dog? How you feeling?
Chilling, man. Chilling, bro. Got some good shit going on, so I'm all good, man. You?
Talk about it. Talk about it. Let me know what's happening, bro. I'm feeling super powerful right now. It's Chris History Week. The episode finally dropping. It's the kid birthday. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we only honoring one Chris this week, and that's you.
We're going to get off into it in a minute. Damn. Shots fired. Shots fired. Man, damn. Appreciate y'all tapping in with us each and every time we do it. Want to let y'all know that we everywhere that podcasts live, right? Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor. Shout out to the sponsor, all of that. Make sure y'all hit us up in the mailbag, the Hitmen Podcast at gmail.com. And don't ever forget the socials at Hitmen Podcast, at Labeled and Known, at Virtuoso Sports. Right, Trap? Straight up and down. I don't want to waste no time, man. You ready to get off into the show?
Let's rock it.
Boom. Woo-wop the bam. So check it out. Eastern Conference Finals kicked off tonight. Y'all already know where it's at. Milwaukee. Nah. Philly.
Man.
Nah. It's the big Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat. The Heat took game one tonight. Jimmy effing buckets. I never saw this shit coming. I thought Jason Tatum was ready to go ahead and be a buzzsaw, but Jimmy was like, nah, Playboy, let me holler at you real quick. Talk about this third quarter we just got through checking out, bro.
Jimmy Butler outscored the entire Celtics team by himself in the third. And it was a 9-point game coming out of halftime, and the Heat outscored the Celtics by 25 in the third. It was just too, it was just too much for Boston to overcome in that second half. The way Miami turned it up defensively, the intensity, the physicality, and then obviously Jimmy Butler just making shot after shot. And then you had guys like Oladipo and Strus stepping up, making some shots. Tyler Hero, man, they kicked the Celtics ass in the second half.
They look like they back for unfinished business from 2020 from that bubble, bro.
Around it. Man, look, and I think, and one of my concerns coming out of that Milwaukee series for Boston was how much more can they have left in the tank? I mean, I know they beat the Nets in 4, but most of those games were hard-fought games, right? And then you go into a series with Milwaukee and it's super physical for 7 full games, right?
Yes,
and they had to come back in that series because they was down in that series, and it's kind of like either this was going to make them battle tested for this playoff run, or it was going to wear them out. So it's only game one, so not gonna overreact. No Marcus Smart, no Al Horford.
That too, right? And they only lost by 11 with that.
No Kyle Lowry either for the Heat. Yeah, I mean they made a late push at the end of the game because Miami kind of took their foot off the gas a little once they got up like by almost 20, but I mean, this game really wasn't close in the second half after Jimmy started taking over.
The turnovers killed the Celtics.
It got out of hand for them, man. I think I'm looking forward to seeing what. Yeah, and I think I'm looking forward to seeing what adjustments Ime Udoka makes because Miami did a really good job of keeping Jalen and Jason out of the paint, especially in the second half. I mean, Tatum went off in the first half, but second half they did a really good job of keeping those two out of the paint. The number I always look for with Tatum and Brown, and there's a specific reason why, is 3-point attempts. That tells you the story of how they played that game 9 out of 10 times. And when both of those got half of their shots came from 3, that means they either settled, couldn't get to the basket, or we're playing from behind usually, especially if the three's not falling. Because that's really Boston's problem. If the threes ain't falling, they have a tough time scoring on the inside a lot of games.
They seem to be kind of unstoppable when they played Milwaukee last series, though, to close it out in Game 7.
Game 7. I mean, Grant Williams was. We talk about the green light of all green light. He was just chucking them at a certain point. But they were knocking down threes. And Tatum got off to a kind of started to take over a little bit in that third quarter. But I say this all the time. Jason Tatum is at his best when he's going downhill, getting to the basket. The problem is he don't do it. He plays like he's 6'4" and not 6'8", right? And then Jaylen Brown, his problem is he's really good in that mid-range game, but he will keep shooting threes even if he's 0 of 9. He don't care. So if the three ball ain't falling for them, it kind of gives you a story of how the team offense went.
Let me ask you a stupid question.
And I think, shoot.
As of right now, it feels like Jason Tatum is more decorated in terms of playoff success than like a Melo, right? Been to 3 conference championships, leading the team, seem to kind of be stepping into that upper echelon of top-tier players like Giannis, like a KD, like a Steph Curry. He's starting to kind of...
I don't give him credit for that first conference championship.
Okay, so 2 conference champions. Tough crowd.
Because Jalen was the best player throughout. Jalen was the best player in that playoff run until the actual conference finals when Jason Tatum outplayed Jaylen Brown in the actual conference finals versus Cleveland. So,
do you think Jason Tatum can be better than Melo?
Yes.
Damn.
I would say. Damn. And the big reason why is defensively, he's on a different level than Melo ever was.
Defensively, you think? Okay.
Now, yeah, defensively, he's on a whole different level than Melo ever was. Now, offensively, I don't think he'll ever be better than Melo offensively. Melo was a different breed. But if you're asking me, you want a 2-way guy, build around, and do some stuff with, I'd take Jason Tatum. But if I'm just looking for somebody to just give me buckets, I'm picking Melo all day. It's not even debatable for me with Melo on that part.
I don't really take much away from this game 1.
But we've seen what Melo did.
I think they sunk shots at home the way that they're supposed to do. I think it's the same thing that happened. This start is the same thing that happened with the Milwaukee and Boston series. Like, the home team won at home. Like you said, Al Horford was out. Marcus Smart was out. It's the Eastern Conference Finals. It's contentious. Jimmy had 41. That's kind of like playoff Jimmy is different. Like you don't associate, even though his nickname Jimmy Buckets, you don't associate him with going for 40 like that. But I think he's hungry and he got the team
He's been
playing.
sliding under the radar during this playoffs, man.
He did. Tyler Hero finally. We had a Tyler Hero sighting finally. Shit, he was missing in action for a minute. Gave him 18 off the bench. I don't really know. Like I'm not tripping off of it. I think that this is one game, and the Celtics scared the shit out of me. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens in a couple of days. Like you said, I'm looking forward to Ime Udoka's adjustments, but DJ Khaled wasn't looking too confident today. He was rubbing Spoelstra's shoulders the other day. You feel me? He had a suit on like the one I got on right now. Excuse me. I'm literally just coming in from the lottery before we and we'll talk about that in a second as well. But I ain't even get a chance to really get cozy like I wanted to. But this is gonna be a good one. I don't know if it has a chance to be better than Milwaukee and Boston, but it's gonna be damn close.
I think it will be better for the simple fact it's not going to be one man versus an entire franchise like Giannis versus the Celtics was.
You will not let that shit die.
Drew Holiday was horrible in that series.
Yeah.
Horrible.
While we on that subject, let me ask you real quick, gun to your head.
I will say, though, the games where they didn't give Giannis every one of those little bullshit-ass calls that should be a charge, those were the games they lost in the series. That's all I'm saying.
Let me ask you this, gun to your head. Do you feel like if they had Middleton, they would have won that series? Because I still don't. No. I really don't feel that way.
Middleton doesn't fix the issues that they were having.
He doesn't fix it, right?
Defensively, who he guarding?
Exactly. That's what I've been arguing for 2 days about this shit.
Who he guarding? Like, and then offensively,
was hurt. I'm like, so what, man? So what, dog?
And the thing with Middleton is he's hit or miss. I don't understand where all of a sudden Chris Middleton became prime Glenn Rice, but that dude is hit or miss. Right? One game Chris Middleton will be 3 of 10, and then the next game he'll be 4 of 12, and then the next game he'll be 10 of 15. He's like an every 3 games kind of guy, and that was one of the issues that they've had these past years in terms of having that second guy. Now last year Middleton just so happened to step up in the conference finals, but even if you go back to the finals, that was Giannis and Drew Holiday making some defensive plays on Chris Paul, but like Middleton don't really move the needle that much for me in terms of what was actually happening in that series. Yeah, Middleton being there don't fix, but not adjusting after Grant Williams launches almost 23s. Chris Middleton being there don't change what Bud's decision is on that.
Let's talk about this third quarter some more. 39-14 after Boston led the first 2 quarters. They come out and just start chopping the shit out of the basketball against the Boston Celtics at home. Spoelstra must have gave them the adjustments of a lifetime. Jimmy went 17 for 18 from the free throw line. Bam with some hellified blocks too. I know you saw a lot of those in that arena. Like,
yeah,
I forgot they renamed it the FTX. It was the AAA, American Airlines. But those are the energy plays that we remember from 10 years ago when they had the big 3 out there. You know what I'm saying? Like that white hot heat. But the adjustments are what are gonna really make and break this series, because they're two evenly matched teams. Like the Heat got hellified defense. The Celtics, they got great defense, but they also have some superstar scoring ability. And then the benches are pretty much even as well, bro. Like that third quarter was really what changed or made the difference in this game. I don't expect to see that moving forward. I don't think Ime's gonna let that rock. Even with all that being said, bro, I do not know who's gonna win this series. I couldn't even tell you for real.
Yeah, because there's just so many factors. Because like I said, both coaches are really good at making adjustments. Both teams have some depth. I mean, obviously Boston has the size advantage down low once Horford gets back. They said he might miss game 2 though because he's in health and safety protocol, so we'll see. And I mean, honestly, it's kind of better for Miami without Kyle Lowry out there right now because he's been horrible in the playoffs. And if he was out there, that would mean less Oladipo as well. And Oladipo's been giving him some really good minutes on both ends. So
they need him on both ends for sure.
But I mean, again, like I said, shot selection. This is what it's always going to be about with Jason Tatum for me. Shot selection. He plays like he's 6'4". It don't work. Get to the bucket, bro. And when he got to the bucket and when he got into the paint tonight, he had success.
Right.
But when he settled for jumpers, he wasn't getting them. So, and what happens a lot of times too is with Boston, if they get to the rim and they get their shots blocked a couple times or don't get a couple foul calls, they start settling for threes. That happened a lot in that Milwaukee series, where they start settling for threes. And those were some of the games that they, struggled in. So if they just keep attacking the basket, put that pressure on Bam, because Bam is only one man. You got to put the pressure on the middle of that defense, because you're bailing them out by taking long threes. Because when you talk about the perimeter, when you got the defenders that they got out there in Miami liking to get out and run after defensive stops, you're just helping them out by taking long jumpers. So getting to the paint. Obviously, Miami's trying to wall that off because they know that. But that's where ball movement and just schematically from a play calling standpoint where you break that down. So I think the one thing that Boston misses, even with having a Marcus Smart, is they don't have a true point guard who can break down a defense and open stuff up.
Right.
And I think. As good as Marcus Smart is for them, what they do, they need somebody who can break down a defense and crack open the middle of the floor, because if they don't get to the middle of the floor and they start settling for jumpers, 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to be an off night from long range, and they're going to struggle offensively. So they definitely need to find a point guard to kind of slide into that role who can create. DJ White does it a little bit for them. I mean, but Yeah, Derek White. I'm sorry, but he does it a little bit for him, but not enough. And he's not good enough defensively to justify leaving him on the floor that much. But that's something that I've kind of noticed with them. It's just that's a missing piece for them. They need somebody who can break down the middle of the floor.
Does Tatum got to get him 44 minutes, 45 minutes a night every night in order for them to win the series, or can they do it with him giving them 40, 42?
Depends on how he's playing that night. If he's playing efficient basketball, getting to the bucket, getting to the free throw line, Miami gonna have a long night.
Let's do this real quick before we talk about the second game, because I really want to get your take on that too. We're gonna do the top 8 players in the series. We're gonna have a draft real quick, back and forth, and we're gonna end up.
Okay.
We're gonna find out who after each pick is basically has the best players on their team. So I'm gonna give you the first pick, and we're gonna see where it ends up, top to bottom.
I'm taking Jimmy Butler
as the best player in the series. Damn.
Yeah.
Shit.
Only because it's playoffs. If this was regular season,
Damn.
I'm not picking him because I know he only gonna play 40 games. But in the playoffs, I'm taking Jimmy Butler.
All right, so you got Butler. Give me Tatum.
And then I'm taking Jaylen Brown.
I think I'm taking Robert Williams after that, bro. To be honest.
I'm taking Bam. I'm taking Bam.
I think I got the Time Lord with my second pick.
Mm-hmm. I'm taking Bam.
So I got Tatum and Time Lord. You say you're taking Bam.
Mm-hmm.
My third pick. Give me. Who you say you pick? You pick Butler and Bam?
Butler and then Jaylen was my second pick. And then Bam was my third.
You got Bam. Is Grant Williams better than Tyler Hero? Give me Horford if he's healthy. Give me Horford if he's healthy.
Okay, that was gonna be my next pick. That was really about to be my next pick. So if you're gonna take him, then I'm gonna take I'm gonna take Marcus Smart.
Ah, you motherfucker.
I was debating it, bro. I was really debating it.
Okay, so you got 4. Damn. Do I want to go Oladipo? Tyler Hero. Give me Tyler Hero.
Okay. Then I'm taking I'm gonna take PJ Tucker since you took out Horford.
Nice. So that's that 4 or 5 for you?
5.
Okay.
That was Smart, Butler, Jaylen, Bam, and Tucker.
Okay, and I got Rob, Tatum. Oladipo, and Horford. Damn. You pick Oladipo just now?
No. My last pick was Tucker.
Give me Oladipo then. But that by and large, what that says is did we pick more Heat overall than Celtics? Because only we picked Jaylen, Robert Williams, Tatum, Marcus Smart, and Horford, right? 5?
Yeah.
So it's 5 and 5. All right, cool. I was trying to see if we were ultimately going to pick one team over the other in terms of like the 6 best players on the Celtics or the 6 best players on the Heat.
I just know my team is clamping everything.
Yeah. I get you.
We switching everything. We clamping everything.
Now who's the best? Now which coach would you want? You want Spo or you want Ime?
I want Spo just because he has a proven track record.
I like Ime, right?
Yeah, I like Ime, and he's done a lot of great things, especially with adjustments and stuff. But this is the first go around, so I gotta go with the guy who I've seen do it year after year, especially with less talented groups before Jimmy and all of these guys got here. So.
Let's talk the Western Conference Finals real quick, man.
Ooh.
Everybody talking tough when they up.
Ooh.
Set them boys down quick, huh?
Man, look, man. Like I said,
tell me you saw that coming though.
I really did, bro. I didn't, bro. You don't look, man. No Scott Foster. That's what I was really looking for. I was like, okay, is Scott gonna do Game 7? Because if he's doing Game 7, I already know who I'm picking.
Straight
But
up and down.
I expected Game 7 to be competitive, but I didn't expect Game 7 to. I didn't expect Dallas to win, and I didn't expect them to win the way they won. On top of that, I didn't expect Dallas's role players to play that way, because that's been my issue with Dallas winning Game 7. It was they're a way different home. Like they've only lost 3 home games since the calendar year started.
Right.
So they're clearly, and we've seen it all playoffs. They haven't lost a home playoff game yet, and they're just a way worse team on the road because the role players don't play as well. So that was my thing with Game 7. Was like, okay, Luka. I thought Luka was gonna show up, but I didn't think the role players were gonna show up the way they did.
Man, have you ever been in the grocery store picking that stuff that you weren't supposed to be putting into the cart, and your mama beat your ass in the grocery store like you stole something?
Man,
I had that. That's what that felt. That's what that looked like the other day. That's what that looked like. It looked like your mama. You try to throw a temper tantrum in the middle of the store, and my mama beat the sleeves off of me, bro.
More concerning. Chris Paul quit in the second quarter. DeAndre Ayton quit right after halftime. And Book quit kind of towards the end of the third.
Unfortunately.
And honestly, they got their asses handed to them. I mean, there's really no other way to put it. Anybody who saw the game, that game was okay. First quarter, Dallas got off to a high start, and then Phoenix tried to claw back in, and they got it to within 10 points. And then the second quarter happened, and they was down by 20 or 22 going into halftime. And then you look up 5 minutes into the third, and holy shit, this is a 40-point game.
And they just like, man, we waiting on it to hit 0-0 so we can get up out of there. You feel me?
Man, it's like the dam had a crack in it, and it just didn't hold up.
Talking about bruh. #sunset. You feel me?
Bruh. And I mean, and at a certain point, because that's always the heat check monitor for Luka, the step back three. If he knocking them down,
right.
It's like with LeBron, right? When LeBron started taking threes at the beginning of a game, it's all heat checks, right? But if 2 of them fall, you ooh. LeBron about to have one of them nights. And once Luka start making that step back three, you it's about to be one of them nights.
Yeah. How about did you hear before the game? I gotta pat myself on the back real quick. Round of applause for the kid. I know I need to say my shit for last, but it's Chris Appreciation Week. The kid birthday. I'm on 20.
Hey.
I'm on 20. Did you see that they put my tweet up there?
No, what?
Yeah. Before the game.
No,
I'm gonna send it to you. I had recorded it, but yeah, they put my shit up there because Charles Barkley was like, with all due respect, thank you, Luka, but if it's a Game 7, I ain't doing no interview with nobody. Don't talk to my ass. I got you feel me? I gotta get ready for a game. But yeah, they threw me up there, man.
Hey.
I don't like how the Suns went out. Is word around the campfire is it might be a DeAndre Ayton to Portland trade type of deal situation right now. Monty Williams didn't really give him a glowing I don't know, a post-game interview. He didn't really say too. He said the reason that he was down to 17 minutes is something mental, something personal, right? It kind of felt real like Doc Rivers on Ben Simmons-ish. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, look, man, and just going off of history, I think it's a three-way problem. I think there's a problem between DeAndre and Monty, and I would not be surprised if it was DeAndre and Chris.
We talk about the best team in the league, wire to wire, though. They were odds-on favorite to win the championship. And now we're coming out as it's a problem. We need to retool it. The biggest thing right now is the money. They can't pay Bridges. They can't pay Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton all max money.
They can. Sarver just don't want to.
Sarver's not going to do that. You know who we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
They haven't paid the luxury tax since 2009.
So what did I tell you? You think they're just going to start doing that shit now?
No.
They had to win the title this year. They had to.
And on top of that, I think, and I'm going to throw this out there, and I know a lot of people not going to agree with it because there's a lot of Chris Paul fans out there, but Chris has stunted the growth of DeAndre, Mikal, and Cam Johnson.
Would you trade him? Would you trade him?
Chris?
Yeah. Would you trade him right now?
it depends on what's available. I'm not just gonna trade him just for the sake of trading him, but I do think that, and it's part of it is because of the way Chris plays. He's a great point guard if you have a team with under talented guys, right? Because he's gonna make them better. But when you got a team full of guys with talent, where we see flashes out of Bridges, we see flashes out of Aiden, we see flashes out of Cam Johnson when they have the ball in their hands.
Yeah.
But they don't have the ball in their hands because if Chris has it most of the time. If he don't got it, Book got it.
Word.
So, for example, I don't think DeAndre Ayton had a single offensive touch until halfway through the first quarter.
He didn't. I saw you tweet that too, and it was bizarre. It was bizarre watching it. Like, y'all not even trying to run an in and out game. Like, y'all really like letting Luka and them get off, and y'all trying to play catch up at this point when you really should be running it through Aiden and then trying to figure it out, having him pass out of the post to get easy shots. But they weren't doing it, and they were missing every fucking shot. And they missed everything, bro.
For a team that they played against a team that was severely undersized in comparison to them. Not only that, but I know he's a professional athlete, and everybody says, well, he's getting paid to do a job. He should do it, and he should make the sacrifices that he's made in terms of an individual standpoint. But we're still humans at the end of the day, and let's take it back to street ball. If a guy doesn't touch the ball on offense, he ain't gonna play as hard on defense.
Running back on defense, I ain't doing none of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and so he feels disrespected by the front office. Like, is DeAndre Ayton Shaq or David Robinson? No. But we've seen what he can do when he gets touches. The dude has had literally 4 playoff games out of his 35 career playoff games where he shot under 50%.
That's
and
right.
only 11 out of those 35 did he shoot under 60%.
That's right.
And this dude manages to get 5 touches here one game, maybe 7 touches another game. Like, there should never be a game where he has less than 15 shot attempts. He's not only is he just one of the bigger players in the league, but he's too efficient at what he does.
I was at the lottery tonight, and my dumb ass, I forgot I had my Kappa pen on my lapel. And Mark Tatum, after he got through doing the numbers and stuff, he's in my fraternity, and I shook his hand. He was like, all right, bro. I'm like, oh damn, I forgot I had the shit.
Wow.
Bro.
Tripping.
Wow, bro.
I could have got some inside info. Side note, we're gonna get off into the lottery in a second in the quick hits, but I'm wired, bro. But I'm like, damn, I wanted so badly to not like Kendrick Perkins, bro. Kendrick Perkins is cool as fuck. He the coolest.
Bro, I was assuming
he's funny as shit. He funny as hell. I wanted so bad to not like him, bro. But
I assume he is. You know,
he's infectious, bro. He the illest. Shout out to KP.
That's how I felt about Draymond, and then like you listen to Draymond podcast, and it's fuck. Runs a really good fucking podcast.
I feel you. Yeah, Kendrick the man, bro. Hey. What you think about how this is finna go down? Dallas and Golden State, bro. J. Kidd, Steve Kerr played against each other in the league, coaching against each other in the league. Both been in finals, both got rings. Now they got, you feel me, superstar talents. I kind of want to do the draft for this one as well, like, but by and large, you would say like Golden State got the better team, player for player.
Yeah. Well. My only concern,
Luka's a difference maker, though. I didn't think that.
I mean, I said it, man. I said it after his first playoff, that first playoff year.
You did.
I said, look, you get this dude a little bit of help, he gonna win you a title.
This is not the team that I thought was gonna be that.
No, I mean, part of that. I mean,
after they traded Porzingis, I thought, all right, we don't know what this is gonna look like.
And if we're gonna be honest, they should not be here. Phoenix,
exactly.
Phoenix completely shit the bed in Game 7. Imploded. Utah completely shit the bed themselves because they got their own issues and shit going on. So. Not to discredit what Dallas has done because they've played really good defense. They've taken care of home court. J. Kidd has made the adjustments he's needed to make. Luka's even starting to give up the ball more than he usually has. And then, you know, some guys have been stepping up here and there too. So credit to Dallas, but they weren't supposed to be here.
Do you think they have a chance, saying all of that, do you think they got a chance to even be competitive with the Warriors?
Yes, but Luka is going to have to be more than just the best player in this series. Just like, I mean, I said it before Game 7 against Phoenix. If Dallas was going to win that game, Luka had to be special. And he was in that game.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to do that for he's going to have to do that against Golden State because Golden State ain't going to quit. I mean, they already had their quit game against Memphis, so I don't expect another quit game from them. So, the real problem for Dallas becomes Golden State wants to play small ball. So you're playing into their hands. I mean, Golden State's going to have some issues defending Brunson and Luka because they're physical and
who guards
they're
Luka?
strong.
Who guards Luka? Draymond?
If I'm Steve Kerr, Wiggins.
Wiggins? I'm going
Because
Draymond.
Wiggins might be the only person who has the strength and the size and the athleticism to deal with it.
I got Draymond. That's it.
Because my problem with Draymond is Draymond gonna pick up quick fouls.
On Luka?
Yes.
I think he can play discipline. I think, but I can't trust him.
And on top of that,
I can't get it to nobody.
Dribble. Because I mean, of course, like strength wise, you want Draymond on him, but off the dribble, I'm not counting on. Because that's the thing with Draymond. Draymond is not a great perimeter defender. He's a great help side defender and a decent post defender, and he's high basketball IQ. But
normally it'd be Clay though, right? They would say Clay's the best perimeter
Clay,
defender. But
Clay historically has given Luka the most problems out of anybody on this current Warriors team. But I want Wiggins on him.
I don't know.
I want
I don't know
that
if he ready
strength
for
and
that
athleticism.
He looking more like Harrison Barnes than Andrew Wiggins lately. You feel me?
Offensively, yeah, but defensively, Wiggins has been holding it down. Like that Wiggins has still been holding it down defensively. So I mean,
I like Draymond, bro.
I want Wiggins, and if we're really being honest about it, and Steve Kerr wouldn't do this because Steve Kerr sometimes can be a little small-minded with certain stuff.
He kind of falls in love with what's working at the time. You right.
I bring Poole off the bench and I start Kuminga and I start Kuminga.
Agree, 1,000,000%.
Because for the exact same reasons that I'm starting Wiggins on him, strong, physical, fast, athletic, and then that way, any fouls that happen, Kuminga can pick those up instead of a Wiggins or a Draymond. Because once those two get into foul trouble, then it starts to go a little downhill defensively for Golden State. So I don't want to risk them getting in foul trouble early against Luka, doing his best Chris Paul impression or just, being physical and picking up the foul by getting to the basket. So I would rather start Kuminga on him. And then Wiggins too, because again, when Draymond comes off the floor, that Golden State defense is different. And I'm not trying to sacrifice Draymond to pick up 3 quick early fouls in the first half, and I got to sit him a whole third quarter.
Straight up.
So,
do they have a shot though? With all that being said, do they got a shot in hell?
I'm
gonna say it for you. It's cool, bro. Don't worry.
And it's not because of Luka. It is literally how people are. Are people really expecting me to put my faith in Reggie Bullock and Dorian Finney-Smith and Max Kleber and Bertans for 7 games? I can't.
Hell
I know Luka gonna ball out, but
hell no.
I can't put my faith in them role players.
Fuck
man.
No.
I can't. And again, this is a whole different matchup than what Phoenix and Utah were, because Phoenix and Utah likes to play slow.
Yes.
They like to play slow, and Luka likes to play slow. Golden State is going to try to speed you up.
We run it.
And especially against a good Dallas defense with the way that they trap and they switch and they recover so well, you don't want to play half-court offense against them because you're playing into their hands. You want to get out in transition and force the miscommunications and the confusion. That way they can't have time to set those double teams and traps for you. So I think from a matchup standpoint, this is probably the worst matchup Dallas could have gotten.
I'm glad you said it. Bro. I think they might get one game. I think they might get one game. They're gonna be close because both teams are gonna be shooting, but I think they get one game.
I give them 6, just because Golden State hasn't shot the ball consistently.
They've been chilling. They've been chilling since last week, bro. I think it's over.
Yeah.
I
think people. I know a lot of people lost faith in Golden State out there too because of how that Memphis series went, but people forget They were the second best ranked, number 2 defense in the league this year behind Boston.
Yeah.
And they didn't have probably the worst defender in the starting lineup, which was Ja on the floor. So of course, defensively, they're gonna look a lot better in those games. And they compete. They're young. They're hungry. They got an ego. Like they I didn't look too much into Golden State struggles against them.
Keep it locked. We got a lot more fun basketball coming down the pipeline. Let's get off into the quick hits real quick. First and foremost, the lottery happened tonight. Orlando Magic came away with the number 1 pick. One of the big storylines for me is that the Oklahoma City Thunder, who already had hellified picks, they get 2 more picks in the lottery coming up this year. So, OKC at number 2, Houston Rockets at number 3, the Kings at 4, Pistons at 5 to round out the top 5 of the lottery. So, obviously, the big gets are Jabari Smith, Paulo Banchero, and Chet Holmgren.
You could have stopped after the first 2. I'm sorry. I'm not a believer in the Chet thing, man. I'm not.
They interviewed him tonight, and he was trying to tell them what type of player he was going to be. But I'm a Paulo guy. I think Jabari Smith
shooting 90% from the free throw line, bro. You barely shot over 70 in college. What you talking about?
I think it's gonna be Paulo, bro. I don't know about you, but I think it's Paulo.
Paulo, bro. I've been saying this since the first time I saw Paulo play. Paulo is the one. Yeah. That's the one that. Look, man. I done seen that dude do some shit, and I think he's gonna be one of those guys that's a better pro than college player. Just me. But I think Jabari is a savage though. Like, if I'm at the number 1 pick, I'm taking Jabari. I just like Paolo more, but I would take Jabari number 1. I'm not touching Chet. I'm not. He's like 7'2", a buck like 70. Cool, he can dribble the ball. Whoop-de fucking do, and he can block shots because he's fucking tall.
Not feeling it at all.
Bro, I seen him get pushed around by college guards, and he played at Gonzaga against no real competition. When he played real competition, he struggled just like he did in that final game where he fouled out the game. What do you like? You gonna put Chet out there on the floor against Embiid?
No,
huh?
Hell no.
Or you gonna have him get switched into a pick and roll?
He gonna catch the people's elbow right here.
Bro, he gonna get caught in a pick and roll with Luka? Or what? Come on, dog. Look, man. And I'll say this because this is the comparison I make. He reminds me, and people sleep on this. You remember rookie and second year Porzingis before he tore his knee?
Yeah.
When he was a beast, he was doing everything offensively, defensively, running the floor, catching lobs, blocking shots. Chet Holmgren reminds me of a very poor man's version of that Porzingis. Because just think about all this hype for him. What does he do better than that version of Porzingis? Dribble, okay, and
you got more tape on him than you did on Porzingis at the time too.
So, and honestly, if I'm, let's say, because I mean, Chet's probably going in the top 2. He's not falling past 3. If it's me, I'm looking at that DeAndre Ayton situation. Yeah. Like, you want Chet? Yeah. Take him. Give me Ayton, because I already know what Ayton can do, and I don't think Phoenix been doing him any justice. So, I would think about it if I was one of them 3, man. I really would.
The Miami Heat seem to be potential suitors to land Donovan Mitchell in the offseason. Ain't no real word about whether or not they're going to take a serious look at Rudy. I was thinking Rudy to Portland if Ayton doesn't go to Portland, if that's the situation. I know you don't like him, bro.
No, not even that. Even the Donovan Mitchell to Miami thing. Donovan makes Miami worse.
So the notion that he's going to the Knicks is out.
The Knicks would be fine. I don't know what the Knicks would give up. I don't know what Utah would want from the Knicks.
I get you.
I'm supposed to take Obi Toppin and Julius Randle? Nah.
He getting superstar money though. That's the thing that bothers me about the whole situation.
Yeah, so I'm not really subscribing to the Donovan to mine. I mean, of course, he's a bigger name than what they have, but number one, he makes them smaller. He makes them a worse defensive team. He makes them a worse shooting team.
Yeah.
Does he give him a little more athleticism? Yeah, but he literally adds nothing else to that Miami team. I would hate that move.
I'd love to see him in Atlanta if they can make it happen.
Him and Donovan would be okay. I mean, him and Trey would be okay until they start
DeAndre
getting
Hunter.
cooked until they start getting cooked by Boston guards. Because neither one of them, him and Trey, can't guard. So I mean,
but that's not what they on down there. No way. You know they don't get down on defense. So yeah.
Nah, I mean, Charlotte was probably one of the worst defenses I've ever seen this year. But I mean, Trey and Donovan in the backcourt. Oh God.
Right.
I think about. Oh God. I mean,
I'm gonna let you think about it. To be continued on it. Let me tell you this one though. Lakers got a standing trade. They had a standing trade offer with the Houston Rockets. Russell Wilson. Why I always say that? Russell Westbrook for John Wall.
And the Rockets said, y'all got to give me that draft pick too.
John Wall's gonna opt into his player option. I think it's $47 million. So the money pretty much lines up. I've been saying this shit for damn near a year now. Like that was always gonna be the move. John Wall was gonna get traded for money. He wasn't gonna get traded for talent. And it just makes sense to swap players. Send Russ back to Houston. Get John Wall a shot in LA. That's ultimately where he wanted to be, either there or Miami anyway. Everybody knew it. So
yeah. I mean it was gonna happen before. The whole holdup was that Houston wanted that Laker first round pick. I think it was 2025 or 2027, and the Lakers weren't willing to give it up because they don't have another pick after that until like the end of the decade. So
that sounds crazy.
On top of that,
sounds crazy as hell.
On top of that, John Wall does not fix the Lakers' problems.
Of course
he's a clutch guy, but I mean he's never really been able to stay healthy. He can't really shoot. Can he defend a little bit now? Yeah, he's lost some of it because of the injuries, but he'll put in an effort on that end at least, and he can pass. But I mean, you're really just swapping one problem for the same problem.
They talking about having interest in Kenny Atkinson as their next head coach after they got rid of Frank Vogel.
I'm going to pray for Kenny Atkinson.
I'm going to pray for Kenny Atkinson. You feel me?
I'm going to pray for Kenny Atkinson, bro.
That's all I got for the quick hits for the week, man. That's it for the BAMs as well. Make sure y'all hit us up in the mailbag, the hitmenpodcast@gmail.com. Y'all got to send them birthday wishes in to the kid. You know what I'm saying? I need that. Don't forget to check us out on the socials at Hitmen Podcast, at Labeled and Known, at Virtuoso Sports. You ready to get off into the rundown, bro?
Let's run it.
I've been buying everything for the summer for my daughter. I'm still waiting on my shit. DSG, where my shoes at, man? Fuck. I got the 72 and 10s. I got a pair of them Navy. I got a pair of the Navy 6s. They still ain't came. I'm still waiting on them. But boom. Like I said, May 10th, Chris Appreciation Week already kicked off with a bang. Jordan Brand coming out with the Zion 1. He had a collab with the anime Naruto. So he got a 9 tails and he got a Sage of the 6 path. Those are dropping in the morning. May 19th, LeBron 9 low. LeBron the Palmer colorway. I'm not feeling them, but I'm sure they can.
Bro, I wish they would stop dropping the lows so they're the 9s, bro. Like, don't nobody want the low.
Gucci. Good. May 20th, you got KD 14 Ron English colorway. Nike Girachi dropping on the 20th as well. You got a Reebok Question, Mid Margiela Memory of the White. Reebok got a Zoom 3D. This is decent right here. Amazing Margiela collab with Reebok is coming out. That's what this whole pack is actually. They got a Question. They got an Insta Pump Fury. They got a Zig 3D. It's going down. May 21st, you got a Retro 4 Military Black colorway full size one for the whole fam.
Ain't bad either. The military.
May 23rd.
I mean, they're not great, but they cool basically.
May 23rd, we finally getting the Rui Hachimura PE exclusive, the Jordan 8 and the Jordan 36. I damn near gotta have these. Not for real yet, but I damn near gotta have these. These are the ones we talked about before, the tan colorways, and then Crocs got their pack coming out as well. Last but not least, May 25th, next time we check in, you got the Jordan 1 High OG Heritage release. For the ladies. Send us those kick pics. Let us know how this week is looking. Did you ever get your hands on them Iversons, bro? Or we should just stop talking about it altogether?
Look, man. Reebok treated me like I was seeing it 2 Game 7, bro.
Damn, Lucas special.
They did me dirty. They did me dirty.
Special. Let's get off into the game show before we wrap. Let's do it. It's quick and easy, I think. The last time that the Warriors and the Mavericks met in a Western Conference final, right? Nah, not Western Conference Finals. I think it's just the last time they met in the playoffs.
Wait, what year?
Believe. 07.
Okay, that was 07. Yeah, that first round.
You got 30 seconds to name me the starting five from the We Believe Golden State Warriors, and your time starts now.
Oh yeah, B Diddy. You had Steven Jackson. I'm trying to remember who was the center on that team. Damn, was it a Donald Foyle? No, they went small. Al Harrington.
10 seconds.
Monte was starting. Yeah. Bro, I'm forgetting somebody. This is gonna kill me. This is gonna kill me when I hear the name. I already feel it in my soul. Damn it. I couldn't remember if Monte was starting yet or not. I don't think he was.
He was.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, B Diddy, Monte.
That's the only one you was
Steph. Okay. Oh, who was it? It was the Donald Foyle?
Beardrins.
Beardrins, that's who I was missing.
Donald Foyle came off the bench.
Left. Both of them lefty motherfuckers.
Did B Diddy, he dunked on Karolinko. He ain't dunked on Dirk.
Yeah, that was Karolinko.
Yeah.
That was the last time we.
AK-47.
That was the last time we saw Karolinko as a threat.
Last time we saw AK. Shout outs before we get up out of here. What's your shout outs for the week, bro?
Hey man, I'm gonna give a shout out to I want to give a shout out to the young blood coaches, man. Ime Udoka. I know this J Key a third go around, but it's kind of a fresh start for him.
Nice.
Just doing a great job, man, and getting their teams to where they got them this year. Also give a big shout out to James Harden for ending the shooting guard debate for us. We didn't even have to do anything. I really appreciate him taking away the work that we would have had to do to do that. And then I also want to thank Chris Paul for single-handedly making our homie Chris the only important Chris left. And so, that's all I got, though, man. Obviously the fam, but that's really all I got.
He's my fellow tourist too. Damn, MG just
don't claim him.
MG shot the lights out this morning.
Don't claim him, bro.
I got to. I ain't gonna do him like that. It's just it feels sad. It's the Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing syndrome, but yeah, man. Keep hope alive, folks. Shout out to me, man. This birthday mean a lot. We're officially 2 years in with the pod. You know what I'm saying? A lot of success, a lot of love, a lot of support. We appreciate y'all, most definitely. On a personal note, the kid been going through some real serious trauma, real serious shit. And so when it come down to pod, and this is a release for me, whatever you do, do it with passion, do it with love. You know what I'm saying? Family over everything. I don't care what nobody tell you. Without family, you ain't shit. So I appreciate everybody that listens to this, even if it's for 2 seconds. I appreciate everybody that reaches out, shows support, shows love, any subscriptions, anybody that did the paywall, anybody that's ever reposted, anybody that's ever said anything positive about what came out of the pandemic. This was something that I put my heart, my blood, my sweat, my tears into. You know what I'm saying? It's ordained by the Most High. The only birthday wish I want from anybody outside of subscribing, you feel me? The only thing that I wish is for you to be of service to the people that you love and care about, and more important, be kind to one another. You know what I'm saying? There's far too little of that going around in the world today. So do something nice for somebody. Even if you got to blame it on somebody, do it in my name. You dig what I'm saying? I love basketball. I love working in sports. I love being able to give my opinion because I feel like I got something to say, something to salient value. And a lot of people don't feel that way. It's a lot of people that's going through things out here that have been brought to their knees because of what's on their mind, on their heart, happening in their life every day. Like MG and I are afforded the luxury to be able to have strong opinions and confidence in ourselves to be able to speak to one another and fellowship when it comes to our love for sports. Like the NBA has been really good to me. But I've been going through some shit, man, like some serious shit. And if it wasn't for the NBA, if it wasn't for the Hitmen podcast, if it wasn't for my family, and if it wasn't for God, I don't know if I would have made it this far to see this birthday, to revel in it, to, you know what I'm saying, embellish in it and just be blessed, man. I really feel like everything that is happening in my life is happening for a reason, one way or the other. But I'm blessed beyond measure, bro. You a part of that. I appreciate you for thugging with me, for believing in what we doing and keeping this train rolling. So shout out to me. Shout out to MG. You dig what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, bro.
But I'm going to use this birthday as a stepping stone for increase. You know what I'm saying? January 1st, I pray for increase, bro, in everything, in finances, in family, in love, in friendship. I pray for increase, and we're going to continue to keep growing. And with that being said, we want to make sure we keep the audience increasing and growing. Make sure y'all rate, review, and subscribe. Bust that subscribe button down with some C4. You feel me? The YouTube video is on the way. You go right in there, type in the Hitmen podcast, and inject this heat rock into your veins every time we do it. One more time for the people in the back, don't forget to hit us up, the Hitmen podcast at gmail.com for the mailbag. Y'all tap in with the socials at Hitmen podcast, at Labeled and Known, at Virtuoso Sports, only on blitzsportsnetwork.com. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't ever forget in your life, Playboy.
What happened here was a miracle, and I want you to acknowledge it.
Damn right.
All right, it was a miracle. Can we go now?
Y'all share this happy birthday with the kid. We gone. See y'all next week. Holla!
Sucked the gravity out of the target center.